Today, we're going to explore how to solve a problem that appears in the previous year paper of Meghalaya Police under the UB category. So here's the question. The population of a certain village increases by 5% every year. Its present population is 8,000. The population after 3 years will amount to, we have four options given, which is A, that is 9,261, B, 8,261, C, 9,161, and D, which is 9,200. So in order to solve this problem, we need to understand the problem. First, we are given that the village population is, or the people is 8,000. Every year, the number of people, we know that it grows by 5%. And we are required, or the question is asking us to find how many people will be there after 3 years, which is the amount. So looking at the question, we already can tell that it's asking us for the total amount. So this question is taken from the simple interest and compound interest. So we need to know the formula. The formula to find the amount is amount that is equal to principal times 1 plus rate divided by 100 to the power of time. I want to break it down, this formula. We have here principal. This is the starting number of people, which we already have, which is 8,000. And the rate, this is how many people the population grows each year, which is 5%. And time, this is the number of years. It is 3 years. Plugging in the numbers. When we plug in the numbers into our formula, we get amount equal 8,000 times 1 plus 5 divided by 100, that is to the power of 3, which is 3 years. Now, first we'll try to solve the ratio, which in our case is 5 divided by 100, and that will equal to 0.05. And the next step will be adding that ratio with 1, which is 1 plus 0.05. And the value that we get is 1.05. And the next step will be updating the value to the power of 3, which in our case is, as you know it's 3 years. The next step will be calculating for the year, which in our case we already have the ratio, which is 1.05, that is to the power of 3. So if we do the calculation, which is 1.05 times 1.05, that will equal to 1.1025. And we have to calculate it again because it's the power of 3. So 1.1025 times 1.05, and that will equal to 1.157625. And once we get with our output, which is 1.157625, we will then multiply it with our principal, which in our case is the population of our town, which is 8,000. Doing the calculation, 8,000 times 1.157625, we get our final output result, which is 9261. There you go. We have finally got our answer using this formula. And if you want to solve these type of problem, you need to remember the formula, which in our case is amount. There are many formulas which involve in simple interest and compound interest calculation. So the only thing that you need to note is that you need to know the formula. And if you encounter such question, it's easy for you to solve these type of question. All you need to do is plot in the values to the formula and you will get your result. So looking back at the question, we can tell that the correct answer is A, which is 9261. I would like to actually visualize the problem that we have just solved. As you could see, we have population and year, and if we are starting at 8,000, we want to know in 1 year what is the population growth at 5% rate. So it will be 8,400, and if we have at least 2 years, we will have the population growth of 8,820 with the rate of 5%, and in 3 years, as you may know, it is 9,261. As you can see, the line is linear, meaning it's a straight line, because we always keep growing at a rate of 5%. In real world, it's quite unlikely that we grow at such a linear pace, but it's just a problem, and if this graph helped you actually visualize what the problem is trying to convey. And hopefully, if you encounter such problem, it's easy for you to actually solve it. Just know the formula, plot in the values, and just do the calculation. You will have your final result, which is the amount. So I hope this video helped you out.